Yo, welcome to a new edition of the Speaker Giga podcast. I'm your host, Steve, and I'm here with my brother and my co-host, none other than the great Tommy T is in
Oh
the
man, they got the
building.
great on the name. Tommy T in the building.
There you have it. Hey, if we don't call each other great, then no one else will.
That's true,
Facts.
brother. That's
And,
true.
and we waiting on G to get back.
Yeah,
The
he's awesome
legendary
too.
G. The
The
mysterious.
legendary G, great, the amazing Steve, the great Tommy T, legendary G.
Oh, that's
That's
hard.
hey man, I like it.
I
I
like that.
like it.
I like that. Now
The
drop the
trio.
regulators after that. Do 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 regulators. Let's
Mount up.
go back. Okay. Hey, that was my record back in the day.
Man, got a great episode for you guys today. We're talking about a few things that has happened recently in the culture. Um,
Yes.
some really important court trials that's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna get our thoughts out about these things that happen. Um, first thing I want to ask you, Steve.
Let's go.
Uh, after just thinking about it, does Ja Rule's music stand the test of time? Like you know how some rappers' music you can listen to
Mm-hmm.
and it's relevant, you like it, and it still can bump today. Lil Boosie is one. Big and Tupac is another.
Yeah.
Um, T Pain.
Mm-hmm.
Does Ja Rule's music stand the test of time?
You know what? I think it does.
Yeah.
I think the problem is we just don't rock with them. Um, because of like Firefest and stuff like that. But like when they had the verses, man, hey,
I don't
him versus Joe,
I don't
that my
think
music was ringing off, man.
I don't think Ja Rule's music stands up. Like my opinion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um Ja Rule will be synonymously and famously associated with 50 Cent. And
Yeah.
I think 50 Cent ruined Ja Rule's career.
Yeah.
And for me, ruined his music. Like because now I look at Ja Rule's music as being amazingly soft, which back then I was like Ja Rule, like he can actually rap, but it's like he got bullied into submission.
Yeah. And so I want to give this example and follow me. Um, if we take away if we take away 50 Cent and if we take away Firefest, do we bump Ja Rule's music? Most
Not
likely,
not today.
yes. I think so. Cause this is my thing. His music has always been soft. Like his singles are always have been like when you hear those records. But I think with him being like attached to stuff like Firefest and stuff like that, I think that is the bigger story. I think his music just is suffering by like it's just a casualty of war. But I think that if like I just go back to the verses and how when they played that music and the reaction from the crowd, like
Yeah.
I don't think it's his music. I just think it's him.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I just, I was just curious. I was thinking about it. He did a concert in New Zealand, and like the big headline was about he had a crowd rocking, to his music and stuff. And I
Mhm.
was like, well, I haven't listened to a Ja Rule song and like just been like, oh man, I can listen to a Ja Rule. Like I know the words if it comes on,
Yeah.
but it's not one of those. Oh man, let me go check Ja Rule's music out now that I'm talking about it. I'll probably go check it out. But um I think he's one of those rappers that like was forgotten about and his music wasn't able to stand that test of time. It's almost like I hate to use it this way, but DMX. Like DMX's music, like if you're a fan of DMX,
Mhm.
you remember it. But if you wasn't a fan of DMX, DMX may have two or three songs that you're like, um, All right, cool. Where the part is no, it's not where the party. Dun-dun-dun, 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 whatever song that is.
What a hood at?
That one, it's another one. He was talking about partying.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But it's like
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
that's it. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it. Um, but those are songs that,
yeah.
grow and still can have a career today. But it's like if you're a fan of DMX, then it's a different story. 'Cause I was just listening to DMX the other day, and I was like, dang, I ain't listened to this John in a minute. Let me check this out. Let me check that out. I never got that feeling about Ja Rule. And it might just be me.
It might just be, and if you use that example of New Zealand rocking out to it, then that's kind of what I was, going
Yeah,
with as to like how I think the music is a casualty of war. I think just all the stuff that he ended up going through is what made us kind of go away from his music. I mean, when he was in his time before Fifth came along with, the beef and all that happened,
yeah.
it was right, it was
I
ringing
mean
off.
I mean,
And
everybody wanted him, like
yeah,
especially J Lo. Like
yeah.
he literally helped J Lo with her career. Like,
Hey, it's big records, Lil Mo on them records,
yep,
Ashanti on them records, J Lo on them records. I mean, Ja had records. Ja really had some. Ja could spit too, and I think that But when Fifth came along, that was in that time where if you had some beef, it wasn't like nowadays. You had some beef. There's some beef records. Somebody get destroyed, and then a couple weeks later, everybody like fine again.
yeah.
This was when some
But
beef
most of
record
the
come
time
out.
it happens like that though.
Huh, not back then.
Not for 50 Cent. 50 Cent is the only person I know that has held a grudge for that long. Because you look at Jay-Z and Nas, they went back and forth for a little minute, and now they cool. You
Yeah,
know?
but Jay and Nas is on a different level from Fifth and from Fifth and Ja Rule.
I think theirs was more personal than Jay and Nas's.
Yeah, it was.
I don't
And
know why. I don't really know what went on or what got them into the beef that
it's
they
a
were
lot.
in.
Their stuff is deep.
Yeah, but I just found it funny. Like, bro, like the antics that 50 Cent did for me overshadowed Ja Rule's music. Because for this dude to buy like Ja Rule went on tour. And I'm done after this. Ja Rule went on tour. 50 Cent bought all the tickets so nobody would show up. So, like, bro, you know how petty you have to be
Hey,
to do that.
Fifth
Like, I'm gonna spend the money. I'm gonna give you the money, but you gotta perform in front of no one.
Fifth is a different level of
It's definitely a
and,
different level.
uh, last thing, did you see where they played a 50 Cent song at Ja Rule's concert?
No, I didn't. What happened?
So they was playing a 50 Cent record at Ja Rule's concert, and they went up to the front and was like, "Hey, y'all cut this off," and they didn't cut it off. It was hilarious. And then Fifth actually reposted and said, "This is hilarious. I wish I had something to do with it." It was funny, but yeah, yeah.
Man, the
I
fact
just
that
yeah, I think he suffered, which means, we kind of was like,
yeah,
yeah, so
which in turn it's made his music suffer
mhm.
big time. Damn. I just thought I'd throw that out there, man, since that happened. But I want to move on to this other one that's kind of been like I've been like trying to keep an eye on, but it ain't really started yet. It's this YSL. So
Mm.
Gunna returned to social media this past week. Um I don't forgot what he said. Let's see. We'll see. He was sentenced to 5 years with 1 year served in prison where he'd been detained back in May. I didn't know that. Like they really been in jail
For quite some
very
time.
for a very long time. And then
And
Ghana, if you guys don't know the situation, YSL was the record label, and now they're on trial. A bunch of them are being charged with through what is called RICO, and Gunna was swept in through everything. Gunna, Young Thug, and a few more big names. Well, I ain't gonna say big names because I don't really know who they are, but um, some more guys were swept in that RICO charged with a bunch of different types of charges. So
Mhm.
Gunna coming back to the internet, he was basically made a post about claiming YSL as his label, Free Thugger, and
Yeah.
everything like that. So the rest of YSL or who's out, who's on the label or whatnot, was like he's snitching. And I'm paraphrasing, of course, but they was like he's snitching. So it's almost it's like they're DJ Academics basically said it the best I've heard. They're basically having a civil war, you know, in YSL, which I can understand why, because someone would ask like how you get out of jail on a plea deal, but you didn't snitch, because I think all of his stuff was basically served. Like he free to go.
Hmm.
Um, we talked about this before about the street code of not snitching, and I'm just curious to know what your thoughts are on this quote unquote civil war.
So the only part I haven't seen is whether other YSL members are saying anything about Gunna. I haven't seen that part.
Hmm.
I've um yeah, I haven't seen that. I've seen, other artists and other people saying that he's snitching. But I haven't seen specifically other YSL members, because there was other YSL members who took a plea deal as well, and so I'm interested to see how this plays out. From what I heard, he took a what is called a Alford, yeah, Alford
I
plea,
don't know.
yeah, Alford plea, which is the best interest, which he said was in his best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence towards the same charge. So I read a little bit about that, and it is very interesting type of plea,
Mm.
and it's basically a way for him to maintain his innocence, but also take a plea deal. So it's an interesting plea deal. So I've read a little bit about as lawyers are saying that he's not, and Ghana is continuously saying that he's not. So I just gotta wait and see how it play out. Because right now, the way it looked in the video we saw, where he's saying yes, this and that, it looks like he pretty much admitting everything that they were saying about YSL. But I'm interested to see how this plays out because of whatever this plea deal is. It I'm not. I don't know. This is an interesting. 'Cause I never heard of an Alfred plea deal, so this is all new to me. That you can have this type of deal, still maintain your innocence, but yet have a plea deal. It's like doing two things at once. So it's pretty interesting to see what's going on. So I don't know.
Well,
I
I mean,
mean,
like the way I look at it, yeah, he said he did something to get out of jail,
yeah.
and I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Don't do nothing around me, man. That's best I can tell anybody. Don't do anything around me you don't want me to tell nobody. Because if it's you or me, you, hey, he did it. It's him. Straight up. But no, I don't know what you want from Gunner in that at that moment. I don't get what he benefit from this, from not saying anything, not taking the opportunity to protect himself and his family, or
Hmm.
to just be there for himself and his family. I don't. like I don't understand it, you know. That's why, just like, hey man, just know that hey, I'm different. Um,
Well, let me read this quote for him real quick,
Go
and
ahead.
then we'll move on. But what he says here, and it may answer what you said, but what he says here is, when I became affiliated with YSL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang, more like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations. My focus on YSL was entertainment, rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the black community. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statement, have not been interviewed, have not corroborated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in the case, and have absolutely no intentions of being involved in a trial process in any way. So,
And saying that he probably like proved that he was just a music artist.
yeah, because it further goes on to say that I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alford plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. An Alford plea, in my case, is the entry of a guilty plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence towards the same charge. I love and cherish my association with YSL Music and always will. I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction. So, mm, very
So
interesting.
basically, he's saying, "Hey, man, I just looked up what an alpha plea is. He
Mhm.
basically what an alpha plea is a guilty verdict, right? It's saying,
Yeah.
hey, I'm guilty from the evidence that you got, if it
Yeah.
was brought to trial. But if we're gonna sit here and say, I can admit guilt, but my thing is, I don't know how he got out of jail, how
So,
he was released from it, but he admits guilt of
yeah,
something.
saying yeah, admitting guilt from his end of it,
Yeah.
but not, you know what I'm saying, not, admitting anyone else's. So, the way that sounds is like yeah, he
He
went to a guilty
maintains
plea
his
for himself.
innocence though.
Mhm. So, now it's gonna be interesting because it's all still kinda confusing. And we're not lawyers. So,
Nah, not at all. Far from it, man. But that I find this case interesting because I look at Young Thug as being one of the top rappers. Like I'm not a huge fan of Young Thug, but I acknowledge his talent,
mm,
you know, and where he is as far as his status in hip hop. He's a big time artist. And it's just interesting because you look at what they're all trying to use as evidence. Word that like his art, they're trying to use his words. So if that's allowed, now you have a situation where the rules change for rap artists.
yeah.
Like, hey, it's certain things that you can and can't rap about, because if in your music you're admitting to um uh criminal activity, like now at a if this trial goes through, another one will too, you know,
Mhm.
because that's the way the court systems work. If it worked one time, it should, if same rules apply, work another time,
Yeah.
you know, type of deal. So I'm really interested in this case, and um just the outcome and seeing how it changes the way music is made, because it's going to have some type of effect on music the way it's made,
Yeah.
especially hip hop.
Yeah. So,
Um, but yeah, man, I don't know how I feel about the Gunna situation, because I'm looking at it from a man standpoint. Like, he's not able to do the things that he needs to do for his family and his community, locked away in a cage. Now, if he really truly did something, criminal activity or
Mhm.
something like that, yeah, I think you stand on your you 10 toes down on what you did. I don't
Yeah.
think you should go to jail and be more affected by being away for what somebody else did. And especially not if you're looking at it from a standpoint of I'm just an artist. You know what I'm saying? I'm not affiliated with the things that you saying that these guys are doing. I just make music,
Yeah.
so I don't know. I just find it interesting, man. Something a little lighter.
Let's
I
go.
think is is fairly funny, but serious at the same time. LaVergne, Tennessee. The police department is out here wilding. What was the let me find this. Let me find out, man.
RPW, man. Let me find out, man. I ain't listened to WB in a minute.
Right.
So I stay in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, which after Murfreesboro, there's Smyrna. If you're headed towards Nashville, so there's Murfreesboro, there's Smyrna, then there's LaVergne. So this is very interesting story as we have
Steve's like
uh
5 minutes away from this
yeah, literally.
terrible police
Probably a little
department.
more than 5, but yeah, pretty close. But and I forgot the lady's name, but
No, let me read
are you gonna read it?
the
Go
Twitter
for it, man.
headline.
Go for it.
And I got this off of Twitter, which made me click on it. Married cop fired for allowing entire police department to run several high-speed trains on her. Now picture me scrolling, bruh. Picture
Picture
me
me
scrolling
scrolling.
down Twitter, just wasting time. And then
Yeah.
this is what I read. Of course I'm clicking on that. Let me click on this. First off, let me see what the comments say.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me go back.
Let me
Um,
see what the comments say. And then let me go read the article because this can't be true. You know,
it's true.
it's definitely true.
It's true. It's true. And a very interesting story by all means, because I mean, I came across it and saw the article first, so I didn't get the funny headline. I just saw it and was like, "Wait, what happened
So
here?"
you had saw it before I said something about it?
Yeah, I seen it a couple days ago.
Oh,
Yeah, so or a day ago, and maybe 1 or 2 days ago. But I saw it and I was like, "Hold on, I got to read this entire article." Um, and
several
you,
high-speed trains, bro.
yeah, so I didn't even get that headline, but that's perfect. Um, but
Oh,
yeah, it was what her and 5 other officers, 5 or 6.
yeah. It was her and
Mhm.
4 other because I think 5 got fired and
Yep.
3 were suspended
Yeah.
for sexual misconduct.
On and it was like the second shift.
Yeah, bro.
For
So
one, I didn't know they were shifts, but I'm not a cop,
yeah,
so I didn't. I mean, I guess there is shifts because you're gonna have cops around the clock,
yeah,
but that's pretty interesting that so it was second shift and they were involved in unreported sexual acts,
and that's
either
what got
on
me.
the premises. What'd you say, bro?
That's what got them in trouble, though. Is
Yeah.
that they were having? It's not that it's. It wasn't reported that they were having sex, and they were doing it while working
Yeah, it was and it was on on the property, on the premises.
on
Um,
public property.
but what goes so there's a few questions there, but what goes in even deeper is, which I'm surprised no one else has brought up. They just brought up her and the massive amount of work buddies she has. But if you
Yeah,
go any deeper into the article, you find out that there was this uh was it Super Bowl or NFL party, and
some
there was
party,
something going
some
on.
football game.
Then there was a boat party, and something was going on. Uh,
Man,
other cop related premises, properties, and things like that. So this is some wild stuff. I mean,
yeah.
goodness,
I
and they
mean,
talking about
it's something you wouldn't expect
yeah,
from police officers, right? And so The funny part to me is I saw a picture of the female officer, and I was like, she looked like one of those kids in high school that are sexually more mature than everybody else. So they're like really free with themselves.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't want to call them a hoe, but they, basically the high school hoe, you
Yeah, I
know,
hear you.
and she looks like one of them. Uh,
Hey, my group chat, they were fine. It was pretty interesting. They were on a pretty tough. So
y'all
they
talk
said
about it in your group chat,
I didn't participate in this. I just watched it at it as the messages came through. They said she looked like Stewie with a wig on,
bruh,
but
bruh. She does.
um, not my words, but
Oh, man.
yeah, yeah. Man, that's a wild uh yeah. So
What like my whole thing is why couldn't you wait? And then the other thing is who told?
oh yeah. And one thing is it says unreported. So if it was reported, would this be lesser of a situation
Yeah.
or
If they
like
said, "Hey, we're having sex," it wouldn't be it wouldn't because they have to report relationships. It's like it's like somebody had starting a relationship with a coworker. You have to report it to your job that y'all are dating and stuff, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. Hey, I don't know. Is somebody got yeah, somebody reported somebody got jealous or something. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, it was a lot of swinging going on
Yeah.
and
Which is
sharing other folks' wives and it got real deep. There's some
that's the crazy part. It's like that's okay if that's what you and your spouse do, right?
yeah.
Um do it. But pun intended. Do it, but do it the right way. Like, I understand like if it's five guys to your one, I mean, I know what it looks like. I know what it sounds like. But hey, this is what's going on.
we can't go. We gotta go.
Steve is over here dying laughing at this, man. Hey, I'm just like, when I saw it, bro, I was just like, golly, man. I hope she, you know, it's like what goes through her head to say, all right, y'all can have it. And she's married, bro. On top of that.
Oh.
Man, that's wild to think that's our police officer. Like if he lived in LaVergne, like what do you say? Like, I gotta call some of my friends that live there and be like, bro,
Hey,
y'all got 11 spots open.
you gotta move, man. You gotta move.
that like ruins that. Like, bro, just think about it, man. You riding in LaVergne and a police officer pulls you over and you're like, so what's going on in the department?
All right, sir. I'm just gonna let you go on a warning.
Give
Like,
you a
okay.
verbal warning, man. Just get
Oh
over.
man, just seeing her in the grocery store.
Oh, bruh. She gotta move.
Dog, it's only like one Kroger's
Yeah, she
in
gotta
Laverne,
move.
so
She can't live in Laverne no more, or Smyrna, or shoot, you barely might be able to get to Nashville.
yeah, you famous now.
Yeah, for the wrong thing. Like, bro, it's like I'm telling you, man, it's like that chick, and it's like everybody knows, right?
Yeah, we had a
It-
few
we had
in high
man in
school.
college, we had some,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's like, are you consciously making this decision? Like, what's going on? At some point you feel bad. Like, bro, five against one, like four against one, and then they passing pictures around. That's what got them in trouble too,
That's
is that they
probably
was
what it was.
passing pictures around
Yeah.
of this chick, and
Oh man.
I don't know, bro. Like it's
It
just
was
a
in the
crazy.
gym, man.
It's
The
just a
gym.
crazy thing to pat. Like the headline was perfect. High speed trains. Like, wait a minute, man. They running high speed trains.
Oh
Like, what
man.
is going on here?
Oh.
What Tony Baker say? What in the haberdash going
What
on
half a
here?
dash of hemoglobin is going on here? Oh man, I need to go
Oh
Tony
man,
Baker's. I gotta go hear that.
Tony Baker is funny,
Absolutely.
like hilariously funny.
Yeah, I can't
Um,
wait till some comedy shows show up. Somebody gotta have some jokes.
man, K Dub is
Got to.
hilarious.
Got to.
Man, what else we got on this ticker, man? Bruh, that took me out this morning though, man. When I saw it, I was like, I gotta share this to everybody. Like, people
Man.
gotta see this high speed trains that was ran on this girl. I
Hey,
bet you she gonna make her OnlyFans.
I hope not, cause she don't. She like a 3.
Yeah, I mean, like, shoot, man, you do what you gotta do, but people like it. That's
Man,
all I got to say.
I hope they don't get me in any type of trouble. But
I don't think it's. I think
I
it's
don't
okay.
get
Like,
it.
I felt like I ain't even, as a married man. I was like, should I even talk about this?
Well, I mean,
But then I was like, yeah, I'm not sitting out here having no
yeah, I
trains
ain't.
and running no trains on nobody.
Husband got me embarrassed. I don't know.
Oh man, I'm glad they didn't mention anything about him
There's a picture
outside
of him
of
out
that.
there with her.
Is it?
I think so.
He probably was enjoying the swinging himself.
Yeah, this was probably all planned by design.
Yeah.
Dang.
Um.
Mm.
What else was we talking about today, man? That was just funny.
um, Shoot, man, we supposed to be talking about this whole thing between Tyrese and Ray J.
Oh yeah, what happened with what did Tyrese say?
So there was. So from what I have gathered so far, so Ray J, pretty much the headline, and you can find this on the source.com. Ray J threatens Tyrese over Eddie Murphy's criticism. Don't play with my mentors, it won't end well. So if the Golden Globes, 2023 Golden Globes, Eddie Murphy made a joke about, the Will Smith slap. And from there, Tyrese posted and said, and I quote, he said, I'm still Team Will Smith. There's nobody on this earth that will ever influence me to ever have a change of heart towards the biggest influence in my life. Um, just saying, man, move on already. I just watched Emancipation for the third time. And Emancipation is a good movie,
Yeah,
by
it's
the way.
solid.
Solid, really good. For the third time, I just can't believe how masterful this overall movie is. My brother's keeper. And then from there, we saw a post from Ray J that says Tyrese better mind his own biz. You're not on Eddie's level. To think you can tell Axel Foley or Hakeem the Prince of Zumanda to move on already. He's number one in his acting campaign still to this day. Real legend. You better show some respect, Tyrese, before we'll slap you back into your reality. Yeah, I said it. You know how I feel about you and your antics. Don't play with me. Don't play with. Oh, it does say don't play with me, mentors. It must have meant to say my mentors. It won't
Hmm.
end well. So yeah,
That's
yeah,
rather aggressive.
very. Not only aggressive, it is okay. So reading what um Tyrese said, it sounds like he was more being general about, hey, let's just move on already from it.
Yeah.
Which I don't think Tyrese really said anything that was like warranted a response. He was just saying, hey, let's move on already. Um, it's very interesting that Ray J. It sounded like Ray J got some other issues with Tyrese and just was waiting for something that he can respond to.
Yeah, that
Um,
was he just trying to pick a fight.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's I mean I ain't on nobody team, but I kind of agree with Tyrese. Let's move on from it already. This happened last year sometime, and I mean jokes are jokes, but it's kind of like
I mean, like I ain't gonna lie to you, it was funny.
what the what
Like
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy
Murphy,
said?
what Eddie Murphy was saying was funny, but I mean, like this is people are gonna take the opportunity to say something
Yeah.
prolific, or that's the next award show that they were speaking at, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're gonna say what they need to say, like, "Hey, remember Will Smith slapped Chris Rock?" Just don't, they gonna bring that up because it was huge,
It was, and it was on every comedic show. Everybody talking
right?
about don't run up, So I think it's going to get into the end where it's run its course. I didn't watch the Golden Globes because I don't care enough.
Who watches the Golden Globe? Yeah, like I didn't
I
watch it either.
guess
But
Ray J does.
I mean, like you see the highlights. My thing is, I don't really watch award shows like that, man. I'd be bored with them.
Yeah.
So,
So
but
yeah.
no, I think Ray J is kind of like overreaching. There's no need to be like if Eddie Murphy didn't say anything, right? Or Eddie Murphy wasn't offended
Mhm.
by what Tyrese said, and I'm pretty sure he's seen and heard a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't think Ray J needs to say anything.
Me neither.
I don't
I
think
think
Ray J like he has the right to say something, but I don't think it's necessary, and especially trying to pick a fight with him.
yeah.
You
Mm,
know, in a fight, who you think will win?
I just think it's trying to be relevant.
I think so too, and it's funny that he's trying to be relevant in a sense because it's like just find you some business and work on that.
Pretty much.
Like I always feel like Ray J is cool, but I always feel like he's starting to run into the Bow Wow effect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And I like Ray J though. But yeah, he's kinda yeah.
Yeah, it's that. It's like Ray J, you're cool, but you like chill, man.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I don't think he's gonna recreate that whole fabulous moment from the Breakfast Club. So yeah,
No,
man, let's just chill. Like, I don't think it was like he didn't like Tyrese didn't say nothing that was like super malice. He just like, can we move on already? It wasn't. I mean, he didn't say nothing that bad to get all that. So yeah, whatever.
yeah. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Well, man, we gonna last thing I want to talk about, man, is this Big Scar Gucci Mane situation. Big Scar, if you guys don't know, passed away on at 22, at the age of 22, young dude,
Mhm.
on December 22nd. Um, I think they may have had his funeral a few weeks ago. I think it was this year though. But he was one of Gucci's new signees to the new 1017 and accidentally overdosed on prescription pills.
Yeah.
One of those Memphis rappers. I think Memphis is really booming with the talent that's coming out of there in the rap game, you know. Um Basically, I don't know who said it, right? But they were saying Gucci Mane did just sent $10,000, and I guess at one point they were saying he didn't send anything or didn't help, and then his wife, Gucci's wife, basically showed receipts where they did send money and sent that $10,000.
Mhm.
Um, Let me see. I'm reading the article.
So if we kind of read through it here, and this is a and everyone can go check out this article on Hip Hop DX. But Scar's close friend and collaborator Quez Ruthless put Guwap on blast for allegedly promising to pay for his former signee's funeral before ghosting his family when it was time to deliver. So who, yeah, um, so it's very interesting because there's another clip where the father is actually thanking for it. Um, but then you have Scar's sister, Alexandra Woods, also called out Gucci Man for allegedly failing to keep his funeral promise and requested the return of Scar's jewelry. Um, so this is becoming it became pretty much mess. I also saw that there was a music video shot at the funeral and some more. So it's very interesting. Because now it seemed like it became um a big thing because Gucci Man allegedly asked, and this is per se Cheese's I think this is the Twitter that Gucci Man allegedly asked Big Scar's family for his own chains back and said he could no longer pay for the funeral after previously promising to. So this is all, alleged. Who knows what really happened? But looks like Gucci didn't come. Um, but like NLE Chopper and Big Wild Dog were in attendance. And just looked like it went off the rails. But yeah, I mean it's very interesting because you have the father who actually um thanked Gucci for paying for it, but then you have family and friends saying that Gucci didn't do enough. So this is a wild
Um, I think they're just there's a lot of hurt in that because they lost a family member, right?
mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. That's it.
I
Like
don't know.
it's tough to even comment on this because it's like
It's
on
pretty
one
personal, yeah.
yeah, on one end you're looking at it from a business standpoint, and then on another end you're looking at it from a morality standpoint, right?
Mhm.
Because from a business standpoint, Gucci don't have to pay for anything, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
But from a morality standpoint, it's like if the family needs it, he was one of my artists. He's family member over here. He was doing this for me, and I was helping him out this way. If they need it, yeah, you want to go ahead and make sure you can end this relationship on a good note and do a good deed, right? And
Mhm.
at the end of the day, he probably can just write it off on his taxes,
Yeah, yeah.
you know. So it's not something he would lose, but it's like I don't think what's going on in that whole situation with that his sister and his friend is talking about, I don't think that should happen,
No.
you know. Um
And I
because
think oh, go ahead.
now I was gonna say because like even with the chain situation, if Gucci can prove that those chains belongs to the business or or anything like that, he can sue for them chains.
Yeah, yeah.
If he just really wanted it back, which if
And
I
who does he sue?
yeah,
Um,
who got the chains? Like
and then I'm looking at this other article I wanted to find real quick that you brought up, and it's on Complex, but Gucci Man's wife, Keisha Kaur, proves he helped pay for Big Scar's funeral. Late rapper's dad shares gratitude. So y'all can find that one on Complex. So payment, let me see. Here's a quote here. Payment directly to funeral home. She wrote on her Instagram stories alongside one $10,000 receipt from NJ Ford and Sons Funeral Home. Leave my
Mhm.
husband alone. He did this out of the goodness of his heart. So,
It
yeah.
ain't like he didn't help with anything. He like that proves he helped, right?
And actually, there's a follow up post showed two receipts for 10K a piece, 20K total. At LaFleur, what you did to those folks, man. Keisha Cole wrote, Gucci reposted that one on his stories, offering no further comment. So, at the end of the day, it sounds like things were paid. And yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, what else did you expect from him? What else did you want from him? You know, he not gonna show up because it's hostility there, and Gucci's about his money. He probably goes if everybody's just cool. You know, it's a sad situation because a 22-year-old. Like, think about it, bro. At 22 years old, what were you doing? I was in college.
yeah.
I was maybe a junior.
I was in college too, running around somewhere.
Yeah, I was enjoying like life.
Hmm.
You know, so you think about you're at 22, and then think about this dude at 22, and just signed with a rap legend. Like, cause at this point, Gucci's a legend. You
Hmm.
know, in my book, big Gucci fan, but signed with somebody that pretty much your life is about to change. I
Yeah.
don't think he was one of the bigger artists on the label, but I do think he had the opportunity to become one of the bigger artists on the label. So um it's just sad, it's sad to hear that a 22-year-old, lost his life, but it's also sad to see that the family is bickering over it like
Well,
this.
yeah. A portion
Bickering
of it.
with yeah, a portion of the family is bickering over it like that. It's just sad. And we live in a time where things are put out there. So
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting. Oh, one last thing, man, before we get on out of here, man. Did you see the Moneybag and Glorilla?
Before we get to that, man, RP to Big Scarr, but also RP to another legend that's Gangsta Boo.
Oh
While
yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
on the
R.I.P.
topic of Memphis, and she, from what I heard, allegedly overdosed as
Mhm,
well. So thoughts and condolences go out to both of the families.
mhm.
So yeah. But
Yeah,
then,
for sure.
headed over into two more folks from
Miffy.
Memphis. Yes, I did see the Glorilla and Moneybag Yo video.
What was your
Um
thoughts on it?
Man, it was,
I like Glorilla, but I hate like some of her lyrics don't make sense. But I'm a fan of Moneybag Yo,
yeah.
and I like the direction that they were going with the baby boy. Uh,
Yeah, it was dope. Um, I definitely caught that baby boy vibe,
mhm.
and I like Glorilla because she's just raw,
Yeah,
and money bag is money bag.
yeah.
So
Rate this
money
bar.
bag boy. Yeah, yeah. It
Let
it was dope. So
rate this bar right here.
go ahead.
Let me know right now if there ain't no future. Us one too close to zero. Gotta keep me something on tuck.
Hey, bars,
Bars.
bars. She basically said, "Look, if
That was
we ain't
him.
gonna be together, uh." That was money bag, my bad.
Yeah,
He said, "Hey, if we ain't gonna be together, then hey, just let me know because I always keep me one, what I'm saying, around the corner." So,
yeah.
you know,
Nah, I think
bars.
they're that collaboration. I like the collaboration. I like a lot of the Glorilla collaborations that she's done so far. I'm glad she's with Yo Gotti because I think um Yo Gotti is a prime example of getting it out the mud.
Mm,
And that's what those like Moneybag Yo was another one, and you see Glorilla like getting the notoriety that she needs
Yeah.
to get to where she needs to go. Um but yeah, I like this. I like the song, man. Surprisingly, I definitely enjoyed the song, but I enjoyed the video more than anything. So that's that. Uh you got anything else?
The only last thing I got is, man, shout outs to, if you're a De La Soul fan, or I believe Aretha Franklin as well. De La Soul or Aretha Franklin. Sorry, y'all. Fans, then their music should be uh coming to, well, I know De La Souls for sure should be coming to DSPs, downloadable streaming platforms. They both just got the rights to their music. So that's a big deal for them. So be looking out for that. And
That's a huge deal, man. Shout out.
yeah, man. And congratulations to Kanye. He secretly got married from what I heard, but I don't know if that's
You
true.
see, I wasn't finna bring nothing about Kanye,
No.
man.
So we can head on up out of here like SpongeBob on that note.
All right, let's head on out, man.
Yes,
Um,
sir.
that's too funny, man. Thanks again, you guys, for listening to another episode of the Speaker Geekers podcast. Getting tongue twisted. Um, yeah, man. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this episode. I definitely did. Talking about everything we talked about. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about everything, and then also if you're listening to us, make sure you guys give us a good review and give us a heart on the episodes. And yeah, just follow us on everything. Speaker Geekers on Instagram, Speaker Geekers on Facebook, YouTube. It's on the 3 Out Media. What else? What else? What else? You can follow me on Instagram at I am Tommy T the third. You got Steve at the amazing Steve O Steve, and you got G at Berry Made of Wood.
Mhm.
Um, that's amazing that I remember that too, because I can't remember the last time I looked at my Instagram name.
All
But
right.
crazy, right? But yeah, man. Steve, you got anything?
Nah, man. That's it, man. Let's get up out of here.
Let's get on out of here, man. I appreciate you guys, and I'm out. Peace.
Peace.